Hello everyone, welcome to English Now. This is practice the exercise of the chapter related pronouns, wherein we'll be discussing practice quiz exercise with solutions. The video will be useful for competitive exam students and anyone improving their English gradually. Everyone will be benefited by this video. Let's do the quick revision before starting the video so that you're able to reach out to your answers correctly. Relative pronouns, what these are. Relative pronouns are words like who, whom, whose, which and that. They connect to different sentences and give extra information about a noun. So these are relative pronouns. They're always who, whom, whose, which and that. The relative pronouns. Forms of relative pronouns. Who is used for people as subject. Whom is used again for people but as object. Whose shows possession, and which is used for things and animals and gives extra information. That is used for people, things and animals and gives essential information about anything. So these are the uses of these particular relative pronouns. Use of relative pronouns. They are used to join sentences, avoid repetition of noun, they add extra information as well. Omission of the relative pronoun. Sometimes the relative pronoun can be removed when it works as an object and not as subject, as object. Omission of the antecedent. Sometimes the antecedent is hidden inside words like what, whoever, whatever. Agreement of the relative pronoun and its antecedent. The relative pronoun and verb should agree with the antecedent. They should be close to their respective noun. Position of the relative pronoun. The relative pronoun should come close to the noun it refers to. They should always be close to their respective nouns. Compound relative pronouns. Words like whoever, whatever and whichever are compound relative pronouns. So after this quick revision, we'll do the reading of the questions. So let's start doing that and make your attempts after this, and then we'll discuss the answers in detail. Question 1 is, the man dash helped me yesterday is a doctor, and these are your options. Question 2, this is the book dash I told you about, and these are your options on the screen. Question number 3, the student dash father is a lawyer, won the competition, and we have options on the screen. Now the question number 4, choose the correct sentence. Option A, the girl which sings well is my sister. B, the girl who sings well is my sister. Should it be C, the girl whom sings well is my sister? Or option D, the girl who sings well is my sister? Let's talk about question 5. Which sentence correctly omits the relative pronoun? This is the question 5. And options are A, the boy who won the race is my friend. B, the boy won the race is my friend. C, the movie that we watched was amazing. Or should it be D, the movie watched was amazing? Which answer should be correct? You have to make your attempts. Let's talk about question number 6, which says, I know the person dash you were talking to. And these are the options on your screen. Question number 7, choose the correct compound relative pronoun. Dash works hard will succeed. And these are the options on your screen. Question number 8 says, identify the sentence with the correct agreement. Option A, the boys who is standing there are my cousins. Option B, the boys who are standing there are my cousins. Should it be C, the boys whom is standing there are my cousins? Or option D, the boys which are standing there are my cousins? Let's talk about question number 9, which says, choose the correctly placed relative pronoun sentence. Option A, I met yesterday a man who lives in Mumbai. B, I met a man yesterday who lives in Mumbai. C, I met a man who lives in Mumbai yesterday. Or should it be D, I met who lives in Mumbai a man yesterday? Which answer should be correct? Make your attempts. Let's talk about question number 10. What does what mean in this sentence? I know what you need. Is it option A, the person who? Should it be B, the thing that? C, the place where? Or option D, the time when? Alright, so these were the 10 questions that I'm expecting you to make your attempts from your side and write your answers down in the comment box. After this, we'll be discussing in detail the answers and explanation of these questions. So let's start doing that with first question number 1. The man dash helped me yesterday is a doctor. Answer is, the man who helped me yesterday is a doctor. We have used who with the man. Who is used for people and acts as subject. So if someone asks, who helped me? The answer will be the man. Since the related pronoun is doing the action, we use who with this. Hence the answer. Whom is used only as an object and not as subject. Question 2. This is the book dash I told you about. Answer is, this is the book that I told you about. We have used that because that is giving essential information. I told you about, and is also the antecedent is book, which is a thing. So we have to use either which or that. We can use which and that, any of these. Among the options, only that is correct. I told you about the book. This is the extra information that we are receiving. Here that works as the object. So correct sentence will be, this is the book that I told you about. The relative pronoun can even be omitted over here and it will become, this is the book I told you about. Now let's talk about question number 3. The student dash father is a lawyer won the competition. And answer will be, whose? The student whose father is a lawyer won the competition. This will be our answer. Whose shows possession. So if someone asks whose father, answer will be the student's father. So we use whose. The student whose father is a lawyer won the competition will be our answer. Question number 4. Choose the correct sentence. And answer will be option number B. The girl who sings well is my sister. We have used who with the person girl. Here girl refers to a person. So we have used who. Who sings well? Answer will be the girl. So who acts as the subject, which is always used for things and animals, and whom cannot be used because it is used only with the subject, only with the object and not the subject. Question 5. Which sentence correctly omits the related pronoun? Answer will be option C. The movie that we watched was amazing. Here that is an object. So we watched the movie. The movie that we watched was amazing. Since the relative pronoun is receiving the action, it can be omitted. The movie we watched was amazing. Now, why is option B wrong? The boy won the race is my friend. It will be wrong because in the original sentence, the boy who won the race, where who is the subject of won, which is a verb. Subject related pronouns cannot be omitted and object related pronouns can be omitted. Question number 6. I know the person dash you were talking to. Answer will be, I know the person whom you were talking to. We have used whom because the person is the object. So we have used whom with this. Who is subject over here? Were talking to is a verb phrase and whom is object. So you were talking to whom? Answer will be the person. So whom is correct answer over here. But in modern English, who is also commonly used. So it can also be written as, I know the person you were talking to. Who you were talking to. Let's talk about question 7. Dash works hard will succeed. Answer will be, whoever works hard will succeed. We have used whoever. Whoever is a compound related pronoun, which means any person. So any person who works hard will succeed. So whoever works hard will succeed will be the correct answer. Now question 8. Identify the sentence with correct agreement. And answer will be option B. The boys who are standing there are my cousins. So over here antecedent is boys, which is plural. So we have used plural verb also with this, which is are. So the verb must also be plural. As we have discussed, boys will have are as plural. Who is incorrect because who boys is plural, so we have to use plural verb also, which is are. Let's talk about question 9, which says choose the correctly placed relative pronoun sentence. Answer will be option C. I met a man who lives in Mumbai yesterday. So who we have used right after the noun, which is antecedent also, man. Right after this we have used who. The relative pronoun should come close to its antecedent. Antecedent is man. So right after this we have used who. Who lives in Mumbai? This clause is placed immediately after man, so that the meaning is clear. Now let's talk about the last question of the video, which is question number 10, which says what does what mean in this sentence? I know what you need. Answer will be the thing that, which means I know the thing that you need. So what contains its own antecedent over here, which means I know the thing that you need, and this will be the clear meaning of it. I know what you need. That will be the correct answer. So the antecedent is hidden or omitted. This is called omission of the antecedent, as we have discussed in the detailed video as well. So tell me, after the attempts, how many have you got correct? You have to tell me down in the comment box. We'll meet again. Until then, thank you.